Today's video is sponsored by OneFootball, available now on the Apple App Store and the Android Play Store. Get all the latest news, fixtures, videos, scores, stats, and key dates for your favorite football teams from around the globe. It's free to download, and of course the link is in the description. If you love football, if you love the game, download the app today. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, we're back today. I do apologize for being absent over the weekend. It doesn't normally happen, and I normally at least put one video out, but I just got so busy, I just hadn't had the time to sit down and do what I normally want to do. So we're back, and we're actually checking out a little bit more PES 2020 this week. We've got some Bayern Munich action here on manual passing. I thought this would be quite interesting to watch. It's already been shown elsewhere. This was taken by the lads at PES Universe. I think it was Fadrian who got us the footage, so thank you very much. Link for his channel in the description as always. But here's a quick look at the settings. I don't speak German, so we're going to just say that this does mean manual passing, manual shooting, so you guys know that that is 100% accurate. So let's just dive right into the action here. So Bayern Munich, of course, announced that they are licensed officially for PES 2020. So we're going to get the proper face scans in there. The proper stadium, the Allianz Arena, is the big one, as well as, of course, having the team just fully kitted out in all its glory. Still a little bit of, you know, this, that, and the other regarding the kits. As you can see, they're sort of coming out of the floor there. Some people not happy with the way they look. They could be improved, definitely. So we'll wait and see if anything changes, you know, up until launch. So, a quick look at the lineups. I've already seen it all before. There's a look at the PES legends. I mean, they're not really playing in the respectable positions. I mean, you've got Patrick Vieira and Nedved playing at the back, but the legends team is only a certain amount of players, so they obviously don't have enough players in the demo itself or the game they're showing to put them in the right positions. There's a look at Bayern Munich for you. Just pause it so you guys can take a look at all the players and who is playing where. So Coman, Lewandowski, Gnabry, you've got Thomas Müller, of course, Goretzka, Thiago in there, and there's a look at the subs bench. So yeah, let's have a look at it. Let's watch a bit of gameplay in manual, because you've seen pass support 1, 2, and 3, but how does it play on manual? One thing I want to do as well, I really want to sit down and play a long match, this being on PES 2019, by the way. I'm talking about like a 25-minute match against the CPU on Superstar for manual and just see how we do. You know, because there is something about manual. It is great fun. You can see already the error, misplaced pass. I think Fadrian here, who's playing on manual, he has played on it before. Obviously, he's playing a different game. PES 2020 is slightly different to 19. So you're going to see some errors. You're going to see some misplaced passes, but that's the whole point of it. So here we go. Tries to work it forward. I'm just going to sort of let the gameplay speak for itself, as well as talking about a couple of things here and there. Mainly, how does the CPU play when you stick it on manual? Are they still very clinical? Are they still very, very good at playing that 1-2 touch football, getting in behind? Because it is a big disadvantage, trust me, when you're playing on manual passing, manual shooting, and you know you can make the errors, but you're not seeing it from the CPU. That's when it's a little bit unfair. There's another misplaced pass for you. So now let's see what the AI can do with it. As Xavi Martinez picks it up. Just flicks it outside. Sol lays it up the line to Gnabry. There's a little flick by him, but not 100% accurate. Given away. This is where you're going to see the sloppiness of PES that can happen when you do play on that manual passing. You've got to be very, very accurate. And if you're not, just like that, you're going to give it away. You're not getting any assists here. I think that probably should have been a foul. Let's actually have a look at that again. So here comes Vieira. Bang! I mean, it's a complete shoulder barge into him. Referee said, I don't care. Let's play on. And you know what? I don't mind the referee getting some decisions wrong and letting the game flow and play every now and then, because it does happen. Now, this is the big talking point, because the AI has given away a penalty. It's not the human opponent fouling the AI. It's the CPU fouling the human opponent. The referee's not having it. I have another look at it. You be the judge of whether this is a penalty, because some people say there's no contact there, and he just sort of hit him. Let's go back a little bit further so we can actually see the motion here. So he picks it up. Nice little cut inside. I mean, he does stick a foot out. He does stick a foot out. Whether he completely makes contact with him or not, I don't know. I don't really care, to be fair. I'm just happy to see a penalty's being given, because it's not one of those that it was really quite lenient, and it definitely wasn't a penalty. Yeah, have a look at this. There could have been contact. There could have not been. Either way, there's a penalty. And, yeah, Kimmich is not happy that it's being given against him. The one thing I have to say, though, if you pause it here and you have a look at the faces in-game as opposed to the ones that were 3D scanned, and I might put it up on the screen right now, Bosch, you'll see the difference. It's still not, you know, that scanning there is not in-game. I really wish it would be, but it's not. So we're not quite getting that level of, you know, high quality. The 3D scanning technology in-game isn't quite the same. But maybe later on down the line, when you get the new consoles going, that'll be a factor. So Ronaldinho steps up, fires home. The goalie still does dive way too far, though. I mean, look, he's gone, you know, way past the post. Those are the little things they need to sort out. Either way, nice penalty by Ronaldinho, the Brazilian, the magician, the wizard, whatever you want to call him. There it is again. That's actually a better look at it from that angle. So as you can see, it's a tough one to call, because he cuts back there. It's almost like his butt cheek does hit Ronaldinho's thigh. I think that's what you've got to look at. Have a look at it again. Just watch his left thigh. He's almost, yeah, his butt cheek bumps off of his thigh. Now, if you're going at that kind of a pace, it very well may put you on the ground. I can't really call it. I haven't been in that situation where my left butt cheek has sort of grazed someone else's thigh. But I don't care. Like I said, a penalty's a penalty. It's good to see. You want to see the AI commit the fouls. So, we have a 1-0 lead for the Legends themselves. And now, let's see what Bayern Munich have up their sleeve. So, a nice little turn by Müller. Feeds it forward to Lewandowski, but a little bit too much walking by him. And there is Wolfie. If you want to subscribe to him, go ahead. That's the link in the description. So, please do check it out. And now a chance for Bayern Munich. And the referee does give the foul for that one. Whether he'll take the short one or not, we'll see. No, he won't. So more than likely, it is a long way out. A long way out to get this up and down to test the goalie. But it is going to be Lewandowski, and just, yeah, not enough power on it at all. But yeah, I really would like to sit down and do a full manual game. Just maybe even next year, I don't know, do a Master League with just manual. It's totally different. It really is, and it makes you think about every single piece of football that you play. Everything. Lovely turn there by Francesco Totti, because you've got to get the players in the right position. You can't play a pass like that looking one way, trying to redirect it with a 180 degrees pass. It's just not going to work out for you. So here's Park. Lovely ball inside Ronaldinho. Now this is nice play, but one thing I don't really like is the AI defending. He doesn't really stick a foot in. The whole time he's doing this, he's just sort of going back and forth. And in the end, I still feel it's a little bit too easy for Ronaldinho. Now, one thing I do like is right here, he does stick out. You can see it. There it is. Just sticking out the old right foot because he thinks he's going to strike it. Those are the contextual defending mechanics they're talking about, Konami. And, of course, Ronaldinho continues, cuts back inside, but just not, the smartest bit of defending there in the world. But, I've said this time and time again, and I know I keep going on and on about the AI, but I am an offline player primarily. I play against the AI every single matchup, so I want them to be the best they can possibly be, but I don't think we're going to get that this year, purely because it's very similar to 19. It may be better in some regards, yes, but unless they sort of recode everything now, there's going to be the same little niggles that we see. And I think we just got to wait for a new engine. And then, if they still haven't rectified those problems, yeah, then we can be really quite disappointed with it. But anyway, it's 1-0. PES Legends leading. So let's dive into the second half now. Let me know as well in the comments if you play manual. And if you do you enjoy it? Do you think that's the way PES should be played? I still feel like the AI do play a little bit worse and more human-like when you stick it on manual. Here's a chance now for Ronaldinho. Let's see what he can do. Will he bend it? He tried to. Took a big deflection. comfortable for Manuel Neuer. But yeah, I do feel like the AI sort of dumb themselves down a little bit if you stick it on manual yourself. Now, if you put it on legend difficulty, it's going to be a different story. There was a bit of a mix-up there. Lewandowski just unable to get it down. Nice little turn by Iniesta. This is where the dribbling is going to come into play. Just using that right stick. That's a ferocious challenge as well. And no doubt it's going to be a yellow card for the Japanese man. Had to be. It was a late challenge. See here, full-blooded. Bang! I mean, I don't really know. If you have a look at this again, I don't even know what he was aiming at here. Did he go through him? Let's have another look. Just comes out of nowhere, doesn't he? It smashes him. Yeah, that's a reckless challenge there. And certainly the first caution of the game. I believe it is, unless the penalty was awarded with a yellow. Anyway, here we go again. So far, it's been relatively comfortable. I really don't know if this is on Superstar. I probably should have had a look at that before the game started. I don't know what he was playing on. He very well may be on Superstar. It may not. I don't think the AI are playing, you know, too aggressive. Now, one thing you will like there as well. Now, Ronaldinho picks this up. Obviously, you've seen a lot of Ronaldinho. He does a lot. But watch him shove the player out of the way. Just watch it. Player comes in right here, and he gives him a little shove. Bang. 2 hands, shoves him out the way. Something you would never have seen last year in PES 2019. So it's those little details right there. Then he falls on his ass. It's a little bit of a scrap fest. Gnabry picks it up. He's dispossessed, and there's the ball flicking outside of the field after the hour mark has played. But that's where the manual is fun. It certainly is. It's a chore to learn, but can be very enjoyable to master because you'll get very unique games. You'll get some different goals being scored. When you play on assisted shooting or basic shooting, you know, the game generally picks where the ball's going to go. Put it on manual, though, no, you're going to pick where it goes, and you might see a little bit more randomness. Now, here's a chance for Koeman. Alaba picks it up, see what he can do, cuts inside, bit of trickery, but yeah, I've been very impressed with the AI here. They're not too overpowered at all, but I'm not quite sure the difficulty. It doesn't look like this is Superstar. It may be regular, I'm not sure, but it may be professional, top player, I don't know. Or Fajan's just doing a good job. I mean, he has played manual before, so he understands the ins and outs of it. Well, let's see here. But there's the misplaced pass. I mean, it happens. It happens on manual a lot more against the CPU. Keep saying it, keep reiterating it, but I saw it in 19 and definitely seeing it in 20. There's a little bit of physicality as well. Koeman now, chance for the give and go. There it is. They've got players forward, but you like to see Lewandowski now make that run forward. Gnabry with a chance, but cuts round the goalie, and nicely played. Oliver Kahn beaten with that smart bit of AI play there. So took his time, just went round the goalie, and then slotted it into an empty net. So final 12 minutes to play. But the demo, not too long away. Apparently there may be another announcement coming very shortly about the next partnered team for PES 2020. Possibly this week, so make sure you're staying tuned for that. And then we will know who will be that final team in the demo. And there's a lot of teams in the demo this year. I think we've got about 14, which is the most that we've ever seen. Question of whether it will be, though, a 5-minute match or a 10-minute match. So there is a yellow for Robert Lewandowski. Goes into the book for that challenge. We've seen a couple more fouls. I mean, is that a foul? Once again, difficult to judge. I don't really think so. Yes, there was a bit of clipping there as well. But when you're playing the game, it's going to be different. Obviously, you're not going to notice these things as much. I think when you're sitting there and you're trying to analyse a video, you can see the little niggles a lot more than when you're sitting there yourself. You're trying to play football, you're trying to ping it about. But yeah, you see, it's not easy on manual. He's lost the possession a lot this game. Chance for Muller. That's a lovely ball through. Will it be number 2? Not quite. Goretzka failing to hit the target. Khan is not happy with the way the boys are defending right now. Far too easy to get in behind. We're into the final, well, couple of minutes now. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on manual and if you've played manual. That was really to just showcase today how different the game can be when there's no assist involved. Both teams losing possession, both teams failing to keep the ball. I mean, even the little things there, and this is where the physics have been worked on. Because watch Ronaldinho get this ball, and watch the way the ball sort of spins. You see the trajectory there? It very much did spin in a nice way, though, because he sort of flicks this with the outside of the boot, and the ball just, you know, there's the physics there. That's what we like to see. And another loose pass because his body wasn't set, and he wasn't able to get the pass exactly where he would have wanted. Anyway, coming up to the final few seconds. Yeah, hopefully we'll keep bashing out the videos this week. As I said before, I do apologise for the lack of videos over the weekend. Another volley, another missed chance, but it shows you that AI can miss chances, they can mess up, and it's not always going to be hunky-dory. But have you played on manual? Leave your thoughts below. But until next time, subscribe for more and take care.